Hello everyone, my name is Jacob, and today I have a special Spintires video for you. This time we have a shootout between arguably the best and the sort of most old technology and still modern off-road small vehicles still in production. I'm not sure where I was going with that. We have the Lada Niva here on our left. We have the Mercedes G-Class on our right there. And then further around here we have the Land Rover Defender. So these are all supposed to be very good off-road vehicles. They were all developed in the previous century. And they are all still I think in production, maybe. I'm not sure about the Defender. I know the G-Class still is, of course, and the Lada, I'm pretty sure it's still in production. Not sure about the Defender. I think it might have been discontinued lately, but all of these vehicles are still used for their intended purpose. Some of them also are used by various different military forces around the world, such as the G-Wagon. G-Class was used by many different armies across the world. Of course, the Defender was mainly used by the British Army, and the Lada wasn't really. I'm not aware that it would be, but it is still sort of very rugged off-roader, and all of these vehicles were sort of designed for the same purpose. That would be to transport passengers over rough terrain with as simple as mechanics as possible, but also not to break down, and I think they all do it pretty well. Yeah, today of course we're gonna be reviewing all of these three, and we have also a compactor over there. That's just for a little bit of fun. So we have a stock Lada Niva here, and I'm not sure if I should put anything on it. I have a lot of options here, you can see on the right, but I think I'm just gonna sort of keep it stock for now, and then we're gonna see if we need anything later. Of course, we can put on this thing. There you go, the Lada logo. That's perfect, and I think that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and start this thing and take it for a nice drive. So I'm just gonna go on the right here in two-wheel drive, no problem. Now, as I said, this thing was designed to go off-road, and many people still praise it as the greatest off-road vehicle ever made, especially in Russia and Eastern European countries. Let's put on all-wheel drive, shall we? And that's pretty much because it is very much not complicated. It has decent ground clearance, quite a lot of ground clearance actually. It is quite light, so it doesn't really get stuck that much. Also, it's not very expensive, and overall it's quite a good off-road. Of course, it has the supposed reliability of Russian off-road vehicles, and so far we've been doing quite well here. Let me just camera over here a bit. No problem. As you can probably see, it does not have a whole bunch of power. That may be one of the only drawbacks of this vehicle. It's not really a car, I guess. It's like a Americans would call it an SUV. Oh shit, look at this. Oh, that's nice. I wouldn't call it an SUV, I would call it like an off-road car, maybe. But it's pretty good overall, considering also how thin those tires are. You can see those stock tires, and this thing can really move around because it's not really that heavy. Of course, if you get hit by an American SUV in this thing, you are no more. However, us Europeans don't really give a shit about crash protection, because we live like men and we die like men also, so that doesn't really matter. Sort of stuck here a bit. That's mainly because I don't have the diff lock on. Otherwise, this thing is pretty impossible to stop, actually. Even though it doesn't have a lot of power, the gearing seems to be quite good, which means that it's got plenty of oomph to go up a hill. It doesn't do it quickly by any means, but it does it, which is the most important thing. Oh shit, this is some deep mud here. Okay, come on. Just slowly does it now. Yes. No. Come on. Oh yes. Oh, this thing just digs out. Nice. I like those fans in the front. They're supposed to be just radiator fans. They're just always on, just always spinning, which is interesting. I'm not sure that a Lada Niva would have electric fans like that ever. It would just have one driven by the engine, just like any other normal car. But I don't know, they look kind of cool. I guess the mod maker just added them for looks, I guess. Let's go across this puddle here and see how deep it is. Now, as you can see, not a lot of power, but it manages. So far, quite impressed with the performance of this vehicle, and I'm gonna have to wait till I can compare it to the other two to draw my conclusion as to which one is the best one. And also, before I compare to the Range Rover, sorry, to the Land Rover, I'm gonna have to try to take off some mods from that thing, because it is heavily modded and this thing is completely stock, and we can't really compare that. So this thing just made it through that puddle, which was basically just deep mud under some water, and it did it with no problems, just a bit slowly, but that's fine. When you live in Russia, you are not in a hurry, so it does not really matter. As long as you get to where you're trying to get to, it's fine. Look at this is pretty cool. Oh yeah. It's pretty deep mud here, let me just get it out a little bit. Oh shit. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice. No problem, actually. No problem whatsoever. I'm not even giving it like full throttle or anything. It's just like half throttle or less, and just taking your time, and it just does everything without a problem, so that's very nice. I like that. Okay, where should we go here? Because I can't really get a lot of momentum from this car, a lot of speed, I'm not gonna drive it through those puddles, but I'm gonna go sort of here along this tree, cut across this little island here, and then what's going on? Oh, there's a rock. That is slightly problematic. Let's see what we can do about that. Ah, shit. Oh, come on. Oh, it's pretty stuck on that rock. Okay. I did not even see that rock when I was driving over, so... yeah. Come on. Come on, Neva. You can do this. Come on. Come on. Maybe I need the deflock, possibly. Is that gonna help? I kinda doubt it, but maybe. Come on. Oh shit. Now this is pretty much the only problem that this car can encounter, and that is a large rock upon which it can... oh shit, come on. It can get stuck like this. Because, as I said, it has quite decent ground clearance, certainly much more than a normal car, but as you can see, not really that much. Well, because I wasn't looking where I was going, this is pretty much the extent of that. So I think I'm gonna have to rescue this Neva. So let me switch over to another vehicle. Let's see now. Alright, what do we have? Should we take the G truck or should we take the Defender? I think I should try the Defender. Can I demod it? I'm gonna have to drive it over. Okay, this thing's got some Minecraft... oh, the engine sounds mean on this thing. It's got some Minecraft decals. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see what I can do. Okay, I can put more stuff on there. Roof, wheels. Okay, it does have a spare wheel usually, so I'm gonna put that on. Change wheels default. Where are these ones? Oh, these are extra grippy. I want as stock as possible, but apparently this is pretty modded already, so I'm not sure what I can do about that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, it's got a roll bar and probably a more powerful engine and bigger tires also. But we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna compare this thing to the Neva anyway, and I'm gonna try to keep that stuff in check. Try to consider all of that stuff. So, where the hell do I need to go with this thing to rescue the Neva? That is a very good question. It is right here. Okay. So, which way is that? This way, apparently. Let's see how much power this thing's got. It's got a lot of grunt, but it does not seem to have a lot of power, or that much power, I should say. I think it's got more power than the Neva. That's quite certain. Oh shit! Oh no 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 no! That was not the best. Get out! Get out of that water, boy. Okay. Yeah, that's not the best. There's a crossing right here. I'm gonna have to cross it. And oh shit, that's deep. No, no, don't drown. Okay, all-wheel drive. Okay. Cross, cross, cross. Oh no no no! Come on! No! Shit! No, don't flip! Oh damn it! Come on! Oh, you can do it! Come on, Defender! Go! Go, Defender! Up the bank you go. There you go. Okay, that worked. Oh, that's some deep mud right there. Let's put on the deflock also. So, where the fuck do I need to go now? This way? Okay, I can do that. Oh, this thing Okay, so first impressions here. This thing is much heavier than the Niva, so rather than just like going over most of the mud, it just digs right in, even though it's got wider tires. Let's go this way. It sounds much meaner, but I won't say it doesn't have more power than the Niva, because it certainly does, but I feel like it doesn't have that much more power. So that's the thing. What else? It's sort of like not very agile at all. It feels like an American SUV more than a European one. I'm not sure. I mean, the suspension is not as good, I don't think. That might be also due to the bigger tires. But ooh, let's drive across this. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So because it has a lot of mass, it can just go right through these trees, sort of relatively without a problem, which is good. But it gets problematic when there is mud. Let's get to the road here if I can, maybe. Maybe not, because trees are in the way. This thing is wide. I know it's widened. It's much wider than what it would be stock. Oh, shit. But it's very wide. It would have, of course, narrower tires stock, and I'm not sure how is the flare situation, the wheel flare situation on the stock one, but I think these are also modified. The wheel arches, the wheel flares. It's got tube bumpers, which is not a bad thing at all, but they add some weight. Oh shit! Not sure if that is even considered in this mod, if it's a thing or not. But I need to get out of these trees because, Christ's sake, this thing is way too wide to be in here. Okay, let's get onto this road now. Come on. Oh shit! No, don't flip. Oh, that was close. Okay. Fucking diff lock off. Go. Very close to the Niva here. Okay, so what else? Otherwise, sort of bashed it quite a lot. It seems quite nice. You can see on the open road that it's got more power than the Niva, definitely. Oh shit. Okay, so let's see how it can handle this mud here. Because an Niva would just sail right through this with no problem. Let's give it a half throttle. And it's going. Yeah, it doesn't really have a problem. That big of a problem. Okay. We're through this now. Alright, we're going over onto this road and then to the right here. And then we'll see where we end up, I guess. Oh shit. This thing is not the best mud crawler, actually. It really isn't. It's just way too heavy and way too slow in the mud. over here. Okay, there we are. And the Niva's right here. Oh shit, no! Oh, that was so close! I nearly flipped it there. Jesus. It grips nicely. Let's go into reverse here. No, don't drive across that rock there. Oh shit, Niva, come on, don't do this. I need to see where the shit I'm going. It looks quite menacing with those tires, actually. It looks very nice. Come on, get over. Alright. Okay, anyway, I've sort of lugged this thing over to here. And I'm gonna try to rescue the Niva in the next episode, I guess. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.